Mark Joshua L. Labarentos from Don Mariano Marcos Memorial State University, Philippines. Honorable the Head Office of International Affairs, Mr. Dr. Nur Hidayat M. Hum. Honorable the Chair of the Guidance and Counseling Study Program, Mr. Dr. Heri Saptadi Ismanto, SPD, MPD Cons. Honorable all lecturer of Guidance and Counseling Department and all of the participants of Entrepreneurship Workshop. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, let's say thanks to God, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, because of His blessing. Today we can meet together in the special moment. The Entrepreneurship Workshop, even organized by Guidance and Counseling Study Program, Faculty of Education, PGRI Semarang University. Before we begin this workshop, let us sing together the national anthem Indonesia Raya and March of Grace. Ladies and gentlemen, please sit up straight.
Ayunkan langkahmu, capailah ciptamu di bawah panji PGRI. Kau bergerak selalu, semangat perjuangan, rentaskan semua rintangan. Kau bergerak selalu, semangat pengabdian untuk bangsa dan tanah air. Jadilah sarjana, jadilah cendekia, jutaan rakyat menanti. Ulurkan tanganmu, selamatkan bangsamu, berpedoman Pancasila. Universitas PGRI, tempat kali tempat, alma matermu tercinta. Ku kenang jasamu selalu padaku, ku berjanji wujudkan karya nyata. Ku doakan pada Tuhan yang kuasa, Universitas PGRI tetap jaya.
Begitu. We invite all of you for praying. Praying will be led by Lily Sahal Zulfahmi.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. In this section, let's bow our head for a moment. Pray to God so that our entrepreneurship workshop can be precious to all of us. I will lead this prayer. Let's praise our God, the most gracious, the most merciful, the creator and sustainer of the universe.
The creator, the creature.
Oh God, today, Monday, August 16, 2021. In this video conference, we gather here today about a workshop with the theme Pelatihan Entrepreneurship. Make this workshop as a useful science assembly, as a medium of sharing useful ideas, knowledge, and experience of scholars, research, and students. May the workshop we organize today benefit to our life. Amen. Thank you.
Okay, the next agenda, I immediately invite the head of international affairs, Mr. Dr. Nur Hidayat. Time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Good morning, everybody. The Honorable the Dean of Faculty of Education, the Honorable the first Vice Dean and second Vice Dean, our colleagues from the Guidance and Counseling departments, and also all the participants of this workshop. And of course, the most honorable Mr. Mark Joshua, who has been with us in these very important occasions. First of all, I would like to thank Mr. Mark Joshua for your presence, being invited to our workshop on entrepreneurship. Thank you for your coming, and then I would like to apologize that our communications was through Mr. Raphael. Hopefully, in the future, I could communicate with you directly. I would be asking Mr. Raphael for your WhatsApp number, probably, and also your messenger, if it's possible. And Ibu Dekan, Mrs. Monira Munawar, Ibu Ira, and Mr. Joshua, on behalf of the International Office of University of PGRI Semarang, I would like to say that today's meeting was actually another implementations of cooperations between UGRIS and Don Mariano Marcos Memorial State University. And we would like to inform you that our initial collaboration was started when UGRIS sent its 7 students to Don Mariano Marcos State University. I think it was 3 years ago. 4 students of English department students and 3 students of mathematics department students. That was our initial cooperations between UGRIS and Don Mariano Marcos State University. And this is another cooperations that we have already agreed with Dr. Raphael. And we hope that in the future, our collaborations will be more progressive, and we will have more fruitful or benefit from our collaborations. And next month, we also plan to have another training, collaborating with mathematics departments of UCRIS and mathematics departments of Don Mariano Marcos University to conduct international short course on mathematics and mathematics educations. So we are very happy that although we are still in the pandemic situations, it does not discourage our enthusiasms to continue our collaborations, and hopefully more collaborations could be implemented between DIMSU and also UCRIS. And again, Mr. Joshua, we would like to thank you very much for your time and experience and knowledge you will share with us, with our students. We are looking forward to more fruitful and varied collaborations between guidance and counseling department as well as psychology department. We would start the orientations for our students joining the credit transfer at DIMSU next Wednesday, August 18. And then I believe that you will be among those who will give the orientations along with Mr. Rafael. Thank you very much, Ibu Ira and Mr. Josia, bridging the sessions for me on behalf of the International Office, and Ibu Ira as the Dean of the Faculty of Education, and Mr. Josia representing Psychology Department or DIMSU in general. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Mr. Nur Hidayat. Okay, welcoming and pleased to open the workshop, the Dean of the Faculty of Education, Ms. Munirah Munawar, SPI, MPD. Time is yours.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. Peace be upon us all. Honorable Speaker of this entrepreneur training activities, Mr. Mark Joshua from DMMSU Philippines, Head Office of UCRIS International Affairs, Mr. Nur Hidayat, Dr. Nur Hidayat, Vice Deans, Heads of Study Programs and Secretaries of Study Program, Guidance and Counseling at Faculty of Education, all of the lecturers and students participating in the entrepreneurial training in this morning that I am proud of. First of all, let us give thanks to God Almighty for His guidance and grace. Today's workshop can run smoothly. Today's workshop is held in order to carry out the independent campus competition program with the theme Entrepreneurship Training, which is carried out through virtual Zoom. Guidance and Counseling of UCRIS organized this workshop because it is based on one of graduate profile, namely being a trainer and media developer. With this entrepreneurship training, it is hoped that it can provide students with provision regarding the entrepreneurial mindset, creativity, and innovation in entrepreneurship, and how to use social media data to design startups. In this workshop, we will discuss the entrepreneurial mindset, creativity, and innovation in entrepreneurship, and how to use social media data to design startups. For more details, we will listen to Mr. Mark Joshua from the Philippines as our speaker today. He is an instructor at Don Mariano Marcos Memorial State University, Philippines, and is also currently studying Master of Arts in Social and Development Studies at University of Philippines. In addition, he also served as Deputy Head of Research and Development Committee at the Yacht of Pangasinan Heritage Organization since 2019 until present. We are very grateful for him for accepting our invitation and taking time out of his busy schedule to attend this event. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start this workshop, let's open with basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Finally, we would like to apologize if there are some if there are shortcomings in this workshop. Hopefully, it will be useful for all of us. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Ibu Ira.
Thank you.
In the next agenda, take a picture together. To all the workshop participants, may open your camera. Miftah, yeah, can you help me? Give me the sign if you're ready to take a picture. Okay. One, two, three. Okay, once again, smile. One, two, three. Okay, thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and now this is our time. I will end and hand over the program and discussion or workshop to our beloved moderator. Yeah, the one, Ibu Desi Maulia, SPSI, MPSI Psikolog. Please giving applause. Welcome to the moderator.
Okay, thank you,
Okay,
Mrs.
Desi.
Patni.
Time
Really,
is yours.
okay, thank you. Hello, good people, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. First of all, I'm Desi Molia. I'd like to express my thanks to God for His blessing, so I can be here to meet you, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to express my second thanks to the committee of this program for giving a chance to be a moderator on entrepreneur training. As we know that current global conditions require individuals to be more creative and innovative to solve problems that occur in their daily lives to provide something of value to themselves and society. Entrepreneurship has a spirit that moves individuals to seek opportunities from every difficulty that exists by combining, changing, reconstructing, old ideas or even forming new creations to provide benefits from the self and society. And nowadays, guidance and counseling study program at PGRI Semarang University intends to create its graduate profile with additional competencies, both being trainer and media developer. Entrepreneurship training is expected to provide students with provision regarding the entrepreneurial mindset, creativity and innovation in entrepreneurship, and how to use social media data to design startups. Well, ladies and gentlemen, to facilitate this goal, we are conducting this entrepreneurship training for students and lecturers. Some alumni also seems to join here. Hi Ipang, Mara. Yeah. Thank you for Don Mariano Marcos Memorial State University for collaborating with us in the implementation of training. Okay, now it's time for me to introduce our trainer this morning. Here we have a guest speaker and trainer as well. As I read from his curriculum vitae, he has lots of experience in the field of history, political science, and entrepreneurship, and many more. Now permit me to read you his brief curriculum vitae. Okay, Mr. Joshua, born on September 21st, 1989 and 1998. Wow. So yeah. Mr. Joshua got his Bachelor of Art in Social Science in University of the Philippines, Baguio. He's majoring in history and minor in political science. At this moment, he's completing his Master of Art degree in Social and Development Studies in University of the Philippines, Baguio. Wow. Talking about his working experience, he used to be a student assistant, office of the University Registrar, University in Philippines, Baguio, in Baguio City, Philippines. And he also an instructor in 2 universities, 40 years. First at Pangasinan State University, Lingayen Campus Lingayen, Pangasinan, Philippines. And then he moved to Don Mariano Marcos Memorial State University, South La Union Campus Agu, La Union, Philippines. Okay, at this moment, he's an instructor 1 in Don Mariano Marcos Memorial State University. After reading his curriculum vitae, I'm really interested in focusing on his professional development. Why? Because he has joined so many seminars, training conferences, and some forums both as speaker and participants, such as Siamo Teacher Debate Lecture Series, an international event. And then from teaching to leading, rewards and challenges on 2021, managing research remotely, learning from 2020 and moving forward in 2021, and international events also. And the last, he joined in public management and governance in the fourth industrial revolution in 2020. Besides that, ladies and gentlemen, he has teaching experiences in higher education, and his subjects are indigenous creative crafts, art appreciation, understanding himself, and the entrepreneurial mind. So I do believe he's going to present you an interesting topic today, and I do believe you will enjoy it. Well, if you want to know more about our trainer today, you may visit labarentosmarkjoshua@gmail.com. Okay, you can make a note. Yeah, or mglabarentos@dmmsu.edu.ph. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Joshua. Mr. Joshua, you have 160 minutes of presentation about entrepreneurial mindset, creativity and innovation in entrepreneurship, and utilizing social media data to design startups. The rest 30 minutes will be for Q&A session. And so, ladies and gentlemen, pay attention and focus, then feel free to prepare your question. Okay, Mr. Joshua, time is yours. Okay, time is yours, Mr. Joshua.
Thank you for that introduction. I'm overwhelmed by that introduction. So yeah. Is my audio loud and clear from there?
Okay. We can hear you clearly.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
So
it's very clear.
Yeah, thank you. So good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is safe and sound. And it's an honor to be with you today, despite the restrictions brought by the COVID-19 pandemic. So I am here today to present this training about entrepreneurship, where creative ideas could turn into reality. Okay. By the end of the presentation, I hope you will be able to have an idea of how to put up a business and how to help others maximize their potential to become an entrepreneur someday. So this presentation is structured as follows. The first part of the discussion will be the basic concept of entrepreneurship, where I will be discussing its definition and why do we need to engage on this matter. Okay. Second, the entrepreneur, where I will be discussing who is an entrepreneur, his or her difference with a businessman or businesswoman, his or her characteristics and mindsets to become successful in venturing business or businesses. Okay. The third part, I will be discussing the basic concept of business plan, where I will be introducing to you the definition, the components, and the characteristics of a sound business plan. And lastly, I will be discussing the utilization of social media, where we can see the role of social media in businesses, which includes advantages and disadvantages, and how to utilize the social media to design startups. So yeah. So now, before we proceed to the formal presentation, let me divert your attention to the quote created by Nolan Bushnell reflected on the screen. It says, "The true entrepreneur is a doer, not a dreamer." Now, remember that true entrepreneurs don't think of settling, don't think, do not think of stopping, and do not think about laziness, because the real entrepreneurs have mastered the self-discipline, hard work, hustle, and improvement. Therefore, they don't let their creative ideas turn into dreams, but rather they push themselves to make it real by engaging themselves into entrepreneurship. But the very basic question is, what is entrepreneurship in the first place? Okay. Now, entrepreneurship is derived from the French word entreprendre, which means undertaker or adventurer. According to literatures, it was coined by Jean-Baptiste Say, a French classical liberal political economist. And according to him, when he first coined the term, it is an agent that maximizes the factors of production to create new wealth. Um, he was influenced by the writings of Richard Cantillon, an Irish banker that first used the word entreprendre in France uh, through his writings, and also Adam Smith. Okay, the father of economics. Okay. The next generation of scholars also provided us different approach in defining the term. Okay. Some of them are Schumpeter, Drucker, and Kirsner. Okay. According to Joseph Schumpeter, okay, entrepreneurship is any kind of innovative function that could have a bearing on the welfare of an entrepreneur. Okay. Here, Schumpeter recognizes entrepreneurship as a rewarding activity that involves any form of innovation. Innovation by doing things in a new and better way. Therefore, it adds utility to existing operations or products. Uh, the next scholar is Peter Drucker, on where he defined entrepreneurship as a discipline. Okay, discipline that could be learned by someone just like other disciplines like sciences, mathematics, and history. Okay, because he believes that entrepreneur is not made, rather entrepreneur is not born but made. This is to say that the innovative thinking of a person is developed through the years by experience, by education, and cannot be inherited. Okay, and lastly, Israel Kirzner defined entrepreneurship as a process of discovery. Now, according to him, an entrepreneur is a person who discovers previously unnoticed profit opportunities. Okay. The entrepreneur's discovery initiates a process in which these newly discovered profit opportunities are then acted on in the marketplace until market competition eliminates the profit opportunity. With these three scholars and other scholars as well who tried to define the concept of entrepreneurship, we can see that they are meeting on one point, and that is the idea of innovation. Innovation is about doing new things to meet the unmet demands of society or to enrich the life of the people and the country as well. Okay. These new things will provide us creative solutions to society's problems and provide us different opportunities. And innovation can also stimulate growth that can occur by providing better service quality, cost reduction, cost avoidance, and others. Now, in the context of entrepreneurship, it is by creating a new product. It is by creating a new product, selling in different approaches, or deviating from the traditional way of selling goods and services, managing with different strategies, and many more. Now, innovation, however, will not exist without the presence of creativity, because according to Rosenfeld and Servo, creativity is a key building block for innovation, and it is the abstract form of innovation as well. Now, if innovation is about doing new things, creativity is about thinking new things. Okay, it's about thinking new things where mental process results in the production of novel ideas and concepts that are appropriate, useful, and actionable. Therefore, we clearly define creativity as the ability to develop new ideas and to discover new ways of looking at the problems and opportunities. Okay. Looking at the equation on the screen, we define entrepreneurship as the outcome of applying creativity and innovation to take advantage of market opportunities. Therefore, entrepreneurs succeed by thinking and doing new things, or old things in new ways. Now, the big question is, why do we need to engage ourselves in entrepreneurship? Okay. The first reason is the creation of jobs. Because when business that was started by entrepreneur becomes successful, it will eventually need more workers to sustain its growth. Thus, it creates more job for qualified workers. Okay. The second reason is the creation of wealth, because most entrepreneurs invest their own money, such as skills, money, time as well, in building their businesses. They then attract more capitals from other investors who want to own a part of the business venture. Okay, entrepreneurs also get loans from banks and lenders, or even in a cooperative. Okay, this combined capital allows the business to grow and benefit the investors and the public who took part in the creation of the business. Okay. The third reason on why we should engage on entrepreneurship is all about economic development. Okay. The area where entrepreneurs set up their businesses directly benefit from the creation of businesses. Okay. The entrepreneurs buy and utilize resources, employ workers, and pay taxes. Pay taxes because it is the lifeblood of the economy that is used by the government and their social projects and services. Okay, the creation of wealth and hello. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
hear you.
No problem.
It's
It's no
okay.
problem.
Chisma.
Okay, great. I'm sorry.
It's no problem.
Okay. Okay, the creation of wealth and jobs contribute directly to the economic development of a country. There are more job opportunities for the workers, and more products and services are produced in the country, both for local consumption, and for export. Therefore, it will lead into the enhancement of national identity and pride because products and services created by entrepreneurs do not only benefit them but the country as well. Okay, the country takes pride and honor to whatever products and services produced by the entrepreneurs, especially those which are saleable abroad or to the other countries. Okay, another reason on why should we engage ourselves to entrepreneurship is to empower individuals because when an individual enters into entrepreneurship, they have the chance to gain higher income, the possibility of accumulating wealth, and enhance their economic standing in the society. Therefore, powers that go with money and other financial resources goes with entrepreneurial endeavors. Okay. Thus, to another reason is the increase of standard of living. Okay, when more businesses mean more jobs. Okay, more jobs mean more disposable incomes. More income means more peripheral services to make life more convenient and easier for the members of the society. Okay, for example, better healthcare, better social services, and better infrastructures are set up to cater to the people. Okay, and lastly, competitive market. Now, in a competitive world, innovation and creativity is a big factor. Okay, an entrepreneur to sustain their business should continuously think of new ways in doing not only their business and develop new resources and raw materials, they should also bring competitiveness in their products and services and engage in other activities that could benefit other sectors and people as well. Furthermore, most successful businesses eventually expand their businesses outside the country. They export their surplus products. At times, they even produce products and services that suit particular countries. Just like, for example, here in the Philippines, the Philippine government exports raw materials such as coconut, banana, iron, which is which highly needed to the countries located on the west. Okay, especially the U.S. And other European countries. Now, let us move on. Now, at this point, we can not talk about entrepreneurship without talking about the person behind it. Okay, which we call entrepreneur. Okay, according to literature, okay, entrepreneur is the one who is willing to organize any opportunities that he or she has. Okay, other would say that he is the one, or he or she is the one who is willing to take risk in venturing business for profit. Okay, other would say that he or she is the one who opt to merge creative ideas with action and structure of business. In simplest meaning or definition, according to Drucker, he or she is the one who starts his own new and small business. However, sometimes we unconsciously use businessman or businesswoman to call a person venturing in a new business rather than entrepreneur. But what is the difference between the two? Okay. Yeah. As you can see from the picture, there are 5 differences, but there's a lot more if we try to go deeper on the meaning of the two concepts. Okay, but I will only discuss 5 of them. Okay, the first difference between businessman and entrepreneur is that a person who brings his unique idea to run a startup company is known to be entrepreneur. Okay, while a businessman is a person who starts a business on an old concept or idea, because most of them are inheriting these businesses from their great grandparents. Okay, and others would buy franchises from big companies. Okay, so that they will not be confronted by the idea of creating business through their own creative ideas. Okay. Now, the second difference is that a businessman or businesswoman uses traditional methods to run the business. Conversely, an entrepreneur applies unconventional methods for the same idea. Okay, because he or she is trying to make revolutionary ideas that can change the course of doing business. Okay. The third difference between entrepreneur and businessman or businesswoman, okay, a businessman makes his place in the market with his efforts and dedication. Okay, whereas entrepreneur creates the market for his or her own business. Okay. Another difference between the two is that a businessman is oriented towards profit. However, an entrepreneur is a people focused in essence, where he gives more importance to his employees, to his customers, and to the public who consumes his goods, who consumes his or her goods and services. Now, the last difference, okay, is that the businessman is a market player, while entrepreneur is a market leader because he is the first to start such a kind of enterprise. Okay, just like what I said a while ago, that businessman or businesswoman usually inherit their businesses from their parents, from their grandparents, or they buy franchises from other companies with big names such as McDonald's, like here in the Philippines, Jollibee, Mang Inasal, and the like. Okay. Here are some of the real life entrepreneurs that we can use or that we can use as a model when we put ourselves on the shoes of being an entrepreneur. Okay, first, Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of Facebook, a social media app. Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft, which is very useful for us, educators and students. Okay. I also cited entrepreneurs from Indonesia as well. I'm sorry if I will pronounce their name in the wrong way, but yeah, I'm sorry. Just a disclaimer. Yeah. One of them is Diajeng Lestari, the founder of Hijab or Hijab, yeah, where I think this her business or her business venture is focusing on the creation or manufacturing hijabs for women in Indonesia, if I'm not mistaken. And one another Indonesian entrepreneur is Francisca Hadiwijana, the founder of Prelo. And there are more other real life entrepreneurs in the world, like Larry Page, the co-founder of Google, Steve Jobs, co-founder of Apple, the biggest gadget company, one of the biggest gadget company in the world. Okay, these real life entrepreneurs possess some of these characteristics, if not all of them. Okay, the first one is being creative. Okay, now this is crucial because consumers are fascinated with new and exciting products, especially the youth. Here in the Philippines, many of them patronizes or youth patronizes uh, Apple, Samsung. If there is a new product in the market, they surely or they see to it that they will have it. Okay. Okay. An exciting idea that can turn into hello. Is my connection clear?
Clear, but
Clear.
maybe Mrs. Anna have to switch off the. Have
Yes.
to mute. Yeah.
No, it's all right. Yeah, to break the momentum. Yeah. Going back. Okay. An exciting idea that can turn into a business should be worked on. Okay, we have to be constantly thinking of how to make our products and services better. Okay, moreover, we also have to be always looking for better and more efficient ways of doing things. Okay, the next characteristics that a person or an entrepreneur must possess is being passionate. Okay, because the entrepreneur dedicate him or herself into the business that he or she creates is a good thing. Okay, why good thing? Because if you are an entrepreneur and you do not love your product and services, you are bound to fail. Okay, yeah, it is important that you enjoy what you are doing. Okay. Now, on the other hand, if you are passionate with your business and love uh, on what you are doing, you will find a way to overcome any challenges or challenge that might ruin your business or that might challenge your business. Oh, yeah. The third characteristics of if a good entrepreneur is being motivated because entrepreneurs are their own bosses. Okay, they are the boss. Okay, nobody tells them what to do, but they are the boss and the coworker, so they need a lot of self motivation. Okay, they have to motivate themselves to work hard and find solutions to the problems that may arise during the process. Okay, as Steve Jobs said, perseverance is what separates good entrepreneurs from those who fail. You can only persevere if you are motivated. Now, the next is being optimistic. Now, the concept of optimism is the positive belief that you will succeed in whatever you do. Okay, this is in a modern context or a modern what do you call this? In a modern way of saying this, you must have that law of attraction. That even though you do not have it yet, just claim it every day, every month, every year, then it will come naturally. Okay. Now, if you always think of failure, definitely you will not become a successful entrepreneur because being optimistic make entrepreneur look at the bright side of things. Even when the business is not doing good, optimistic entrepreneurs do not give up because they see that great things will happen next if they keep working hard. Okay, successful business people learn from their mistakes and use those lessons to move forward. Okay, instead of crying on the corner and doing nothing. Okay, the next one is being a future oriented. Now, it is now one great characteristic of an entrepreneur is innovation. They look forward to changing the status quo. Okay, if you want to get ahead of your business competition, you have to set your goals in innovating the products or services that you make and the way to produce them. Okay, and aim to achieve these goals. You have to look forward and you have to have a strong vision. Okay. The next one is becoming or having that feeling of persuasive, because one difficult aspect of entrepreneurship is making other people listen to you. Okay, whether you are asking for a loan or convincing someone to invest their money and resources to your business, or to convince consumer that your product will help them. Okay, it is difficult for many people to persuade people convincingly, especially now where the economy is very down in any parts of the world because of what is happening. Okay, persuasion is a skill of being able to convince people to accept your ideas. If you have good persuasive skill, then you can be a successful entrepreneur. Okay. Now, the next characteristics that we need to have when we venture business, okay, is being flexible. Okay, most entrepreneurs start their businesses as a solo workers, okay, as an individual, okay, or in other cases with only few coworkers. Thus, at the very start, they learn to be their own secretary, bookkeeper, janitor, salesperson, delivery man or woman, and etc. Now, they have to adapt to works and situations they are not familiar with. Okay? They are willing to learn new skills and they are open-minded about necessary changes. They are flexible with the works that they do, and they are also flexible with the direction the business may take. Okay. Next is becoming resourceful. Now, in any business, there are always problems and challenges. Even in life, okay, there's problems and challenges everywhere. Now, good entrepreneurs do not run away from these challenges. Rather, they find ways to solve them. They use their money, effort, time, and other resources carefully so they will not be wasted. Now, resourcefulness is one very important characteristics an entrepreneur must have. Okay. Nine, being a risk taker. Okay. Being or risk taking happens when you push on with a project despite not knowing whether it would be successful or not. Okay, starting a business can be very risky sometimes because you have to put on your time, money, effort, skills, etc. into the business. If it fails, you might lose all your investments. Okay. However, successful entrepreneurs are willing to take risks. Take note that risks, okay, are not reckless or careless risks. These are calculated risks that usually pay well afterwards. Okay. And lastly, being decisive. Being decisive. Oh, lastly, being decisive. Now, businesses these days are quickly changing. Now, for example, food delivery was unknown in the Philippines few years back. Now, it is a huge business. Why? This is because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, restaurants have to adapt to delivering foods directly to the homes of the consumers since there's a limited time to go out. Okay, there are so many restrictions. Okay, now these restaurants that did not adapt or slow to adapt closed or went bankrupt. Okay, therefore, the owners of the restaurants have to be decisive, or should they open food delivery to their customers, or should they just wait for the normal return? Oh, wait. And with all that characteristics, now uh, it can be used as a way to cultivate one's entrepreneurial mindset. Okay, the entrepreneurial mindset is a creative, communicative, and highly motivated to succeed. Yet sometimes it is open to risk and failure. Now, there is no magic formula for entrepreneurial success. A mindset that pushes through failures and comes out at the end successfully would eventually find triumph over problems that comes his or her way. Here are some suggestions on how to cultivate a positive entrepreneurial mindset. First, always have a positive attitude and outlook, not only in business but also in life, in general. Okay. Now, if you are an optimistic person with positive outlook in life, the chances are that you will be more successful in your entrepreneurial venture than those who are always pessimistic and always filled with self-defeating and negative thoughts. Just like what I said, it's a law of attraction. If you think negative, the negative will come to you. If you think positive, positive will come to you. Positive thinking, rather, will come to you. Now, even when problems arise, you look for opportunities while solving the problem rather than looking for someone to blame for the problem. Okay. Moreover, when you cultivate a positive atmosphere in your workplace, you are spreading happier attitude. Okay. One of the easiest way to cultivate a positive attitude is to focus on the things you can control. These things are maybe your diet, everyday diet, your amount of sleep, your ability to exercise, your ability to study lessons at your own pace, like that. Each of these factors will help you stay focused, healthy, and positive. Okay. The next step or suggestion on how to cultivate your entrepreneurial mindset is to develop a creative mindset. And now, while necessity is the mother of all invention, okay, creativity assists in making functional inventions. Not everybody is equally gifted with creative skills, yet everyone could help in working out a creative work. For instance, your friend might be more creative than you are. Learn from your friend as you assist him or her with creative endeavors. Now, the third one is to develop a persuasive communication ability. Now, a person with persuasive communication ability to negotiate, close a deal, or ask for more investment from potential investors, okay, they also tend to be inspiring leaders and good bosses. Again, not everybody is born with natural persuasive communication skills. However, communication skills can be learned and practiced through time, through experience, through education. Okay, building your ability to communicate and present your ideas effectively should help make you a better entrepreneur in any industry. Okay. Oh, okay. The fourth one is you must need to build up intrinsic motivation and drive within yourself. Now, intrinsic motivation is the enthusiasm that comes within the person himself or herself to do and accomplish something. Okay. This enthusiasm is not from an external source, but rather from within the person, him or herself. If you have intrinsic motivation, you are self-motivated to succeed in your entrepreneurial endeavor. Okay, you do not need someone to push you to accomplish and make you accountable. Those who have successfully started their business scratch, poured their own blood, sweat, and tears into their business, and personally oversaw the growth, the birth and growth of their companies. Okay, the best way to stay motivated in the long term is to keep the focus on the end game, on the big picture, okay, on your goals as a business venturers. You should ask yourself, how far do you want your business to go? Okay, if you plan on putting up a computer shop, uh, will it remain just a computer shop, or it provide other services that would catapult your business into something bigger, like like introducing coffees and snacks on the other side of the building or on the other side of the room? Or do you plan to expand your business? If you plan to expand your business, if so, will it be able to address the future demands of the industry? If you are able to answer these questions clearly and accurately, then you have a long range goal for your company. Now, the last suggestion on how to cultivate your entrepreneurial mindset is to develop tenacity and an ability to learn from failure. Okay, tenacity is the characteristic of being fiercely competitive. Okay, we all dream of immediate success when we conceptualize and start a business. We are visionary from the start. Now, the feeling of being successful is indeed wonderful, but there will always be mistakes and failures because of probably challenges, okay, that we encounter. Okay, treat now we must treat failure as an opportunity to learn and grow. Even the most successful people had, at some points in their lives, experienced failures uh, in every aspect of life, in politics, in economy, in culture, or in every race or any color experience failures. Even kids, even children or young adults or old ones also experience failures. No one is exempted. Okay. Now, it is those who took these opportunities to learn and grow that rose higher than the others. As often said, failure is inevitable. Okay, and it is how we respond to it. To it is what makes or breaks us. Now, we have to develop the tenacity needed to survive in a very competitive world. Tenacity that does not mean getting up from failure and doing the same mistakes over and over until you are successful. That would be foolishness. Okay, tenacity is being able to pursue different solutions aggressively to be able to overcome the failure. Basically, you must learn from that failure. You must not repeat it, okay, time and time again. Now, with the characteristics and mindsets that we have, okay, uh, or even with great original concept, technological capacity, an available market or opportunities, and even entrepreneur and even you possess all the characteristics and mindsets that I have discussed earlier, okay, success of the business venture is not a sure thing. Okay, just like what I've said, it's a matter of risk taking. Okay, one of the reasons why businesses, particularly the smaller ones, fail and have been unable to access funds and are being turned down by financial institutions is because of poor business plan. Now, what's with the business plan? Now, why is it a big thing in starting a business? Now, in literature, again, business plan or business plan is a document that contains the plans of the entrepreneur regarding his or her business. Okay. Other would term it as a battle plan of the entrepreneur in managing his or her own business and competing with another entrepreneur. Okay. It is also called as business bible because the entrepreneur's vehicle for describing the goals of the business, why the set goals are technologically and economically feasible, and how these set goals can be reached over the coming years. Now, more than just a document, business plan is more than just a document. Okay, the business plan helps business owners in figuring out the key aspects of an enterprise, including the following: like goals, strategies to meet them, competitive edge and how to leverage it, potential problems and how to solve them, funding required to start the business, equipment, facilities, the manpower needed for operations. Okay. A business plan is also designed to outline individual responsibilities of the entrepreneur and his future employees, project enterprises sales, expenses, and cash flows, explain to employees what is expected from them or of them, okay, improve overall company performance, assist managers in decision making, plan for new products and or innovated products, and possibly raise capital for one's business. Okay. Now, business plan will not be called a business plan if there are no components in it. Okay. The first part of a business plan is the executive summary, where you should put your mission, the overview of your business, the market overview of your target, okay, or and then your operations overview on how you will operationalize things, okay, throughout your business venture. Okay, the second is the company description. It contains structure and ownership. Who is the founder? Who is the owner? The history, the location, and the management teams if you are a group. Okay. The third one or the third part or components of a business plan or component of a business plan is the product or service that you will offer to the market. Okay, like is it a food? Is it a new trend in fashion and the like? Okay. The fourth one is industry analysis. Okay, where you can see or we should see demographics and segmentation at the target market, the competition of if it is high or low, the barriers to entry, or the hindrances that may stop entrepreneur proceed in establishing his or her business, regulations and regulations. Now, the fifth component of a good business plan is marketing plan. Okay, you must put here competitive edge, the pricing of your products, your marketing vehicles. What are your tools to introduce to the consumers? To introduce your goods and services to the consumers. Your marketing strategies and also your milestones. Okay. Now the sixth part is what we call operations plan, where you must cite or you must include the facilities needed for your business, the production process, supply and distribution, and also inventory control, This sometimes this is very crucial in food industry. Okay, this inventory control. Okay. Now, the seventh part or component of a business plan is the management and organization plan, where you can see the form of ownership, the personal plan of the business, of the entrepreneur, the management team background, and the roles and responsibilities of the personnel. Basically, you can see here somehow a directory from the topmost individual from the bottom. Okay, and the last component will be the financial plan, where you will you where will where okay, financial plan which contains, okay, source of financing, financial statements, and financial analysis. Now, with all of this knowledge we have about business plan, okay, okay, we should consider these characteristics to create a sound business plan. Okay, first is clarity. Okay, the language used in the business plan should be kept simple and should avoid trying to get too many ideas into one sentence. Okay, it should let one sentence follow on logically from the last. It should go easy on adjectives and tabulate whenever appropriate. Okay, the next one is brevity. Now, if the banker gets bored while reading the business plan, it is unlikely to get a favorable response. Now, the business plan should be as short as possible, leaving only the essentials of what the reader ought to be told. Okay. Next is being a logical. Okay, the facts and ideas presented will be easier to take in and more impact if they follow one another in a logical sequence. Okay. Now, the fourth one is truth. Okay, the entrepreneur should not overstate his or her case. Okay, and lastly, figures. Okay, the banker or investor in more interest is more interested with numbers, with figures, with studies. Hence, when putting up these figures, you must have a clear explanation, because it is very crucial for a business plan to provide the banker or investor a good explanation on what he or she is trying to enter. Okay. Now, let us proceed to this short video, and this will guide you on how to write a sound business plan. Can you hear the video, the audio of the video?
Not yet. No,
No?
you can hear.
Wait. Wait.
Suara.
Yeah.
Thinking of starting a business, you should know how to write a business
Okay.
plan. It is
You can
usually
hear it now,
observed
loud and
that
clear.
despite having a
Yeah,
great
you
startup
can hear
idea,
Thank you.
businesses are not successful. According to common statistics, within the first 5 years of operation, 90% of businesses fail, and of the remaining 10%, only 1 out of 10 businesses last past the first 5 years. So what makes some businesses fail while others prosper? There may be several reasons, including but not limited to poor customer service, poor logistics and cost management, and inadequate product. But the major reason is the lack of a business plan. Business plans help define goals and achieve them. If you take out time to set concrete but achievable goals and chart a plan for success, it can help you realize your dream and make your business flourish. I have compiled an all-inclusive list of areas that need to be considered while writing a business plan. These will help you in defining your goals and the path your business needs to take to achieve them. Step 1. Define your vision. When you start a business, you have a clear goal in mind. You know exactly what you wish to achieve with your business. However, after some time, the clarity of your vision will become blurred, and you'll forget some of your brilliant ideas. Writing down your vision for the company will help you define it, and moreover, it will help your staff identify with the mission. All daily activities of the business can then be aligned with your vision for the business. This should be the first step of writing a business plan. Step 2. Set your goals and objectives for the business. Never assume that your goals need to be small to accommodate your limitations. Think big. Clearly define your short-term goals, the ones that you wish to achieve within 12 months, mid-term goals, those that will take between 2 to 3 years, and long-term goals. Consider all aspects such as the revenue you wish to generate, number of outlets you want, the number of customers you need in your database, the target population, and age groups, as well as the amount of passive income that needs to be generated in the future. Step 3. Define your unique selling proposition. What is it about you that is different from the crowd? Your unique selling point or USP will make you more attractive to potential customers. How is your product or service different from others in the market? It could be anything from additional services to personalized customer service and support. While writing a business plan, you extras that your customers are getting from you to make your business stand out. Step 4. Know your market. It often happens that you have a brilliant idea, but someone else has already started the business with a similar plan. This is a very common occurrence, but you should not let this stop you. How many petrol stations are there? Several businesses can provide the same service and still survive, as the marketplace is huge and it can sustain multiple businesses. But for this, you should know your market like the back of your hand. Research and find out how many competitors you have, what services they offer, what are the current and future trends of the industry. Know the larger picture. Are there certain benchmarks that can be used to gauge your business performance, such as gross turnover, profit margins, etc.? Once you know the inner workings of the market, you can manipulate them in your favor. This is an important part of learning how to write a business plan. Step 5. Know your customer. This goes without saying. Customers are the most important part of any business, and you should know the customers your business caters to. Today, customers are spoiled for choice, and they have thousands of options for every product. So, if ideal customer wants, this is the reason why you need to define your target populations and research their habits while writing a business plan. Understanding the motivation behind customers' actions can make your business successful. You can focus on the areas that grab your customers' interests and stop wasting energy on the rest. Put yourself in their shoes and then think what would make them choose you each time. Write down the ideas and implement them. Step 6. Research the demand for your business. You must have studied the demand and supply curve. Even if you haven't, it stands to logic that there should be ample demand for your product. Find out the demand before investing in a new business. The basic rule is demand should be more than supply. If this holds true for your market, your business will thrive. But if the demand is less than the supply, your business will eventually die out. So do your homework and gather as much information as you can. You can do a secondary search right from your home over the internet or your public library. You can even visit government offices for this information. But by far, the best option is primary research, where you directly interact with your target audience to know their preferences and how ready they are to buy your product. So hit the road and note down all the interesting ideas you get to increase the demand. Be smart and invest your life savings only after ascertaining that there is a demand for your product. Step 7, set your marketing goals. So you have finished the research and defined your business vision. The next step in writing a business plan is setting up marketing goals. These are those goals that define how your product would look like, what it will cost, how you'll distribute it, and the ways in which you can promote it. Most businesses do plan this, but they neglect the most important areas. You should set up measurable marketing goals that will help achieve your primary business objectives. Questions like the number of products you'll sell, what will be your product development strategy, your price margins, delivery methods, and promotion plan should be duly considered. When you ask yourself these questions, they will help define the goals for marketing your business. Step 8, define your marketing strategy. Now that you have your marketing goals, you need a plan to achieve them. How many products you need to produce and sell, and at what profit margin so as to get your desired revenue. What will be your system of delivery and your coverage area? What will be the strategies to promote your business? The media that you will use. Be very specific, as these will translate to action and your ultimate success or failure. Plan for every eventuality while writing a business plan. This is a very vital step of writing a business plan, so acquaint yourself with it so that you can easily navigate through each point. Step 9, take action. And of course, without action, all else is a waste. This is the most important part of writing a business plan. You can plan all you want, but unless you do the actual work and bring customers to your storefront, you won't earn anything. Even if you find that according to the business plan, your idea isn't viable, don't give up. There are thousands of other ideas out there, and you can ultimately find one that suits you. If you wish to be wealthy, healthy, and happy, there is a business waiting for you to grab it. Your business plan will provide the direction and focus, but you will need to take the first step. Writing a business plan isn't difficult if you know what you should focus on. You now have an idea of what is important and how you should tackle the task of writing a business plan. And you are now better equipped to start a successful business. Start your research today. Jot down all those brilliant ideas, set your goals, define a path, and don't let anyone stop you. Now you know how to write a business plan, and the mantra for success is in your hands. Make the best of it.
Now, let us now proceed to the last portion of this presentation. Now that we know a sound bus now that we know that a sound business plan is one of the many steps that an entrepreneur needs to accomplish before establishing a business. However, in establishing a business, you must use all the best possible tools to gain advantage against other competitors. Okay, one of these tools is the social media. Now, social media present great marketing opportunities for businesses of all sizes. Okay. Now, you can utilize social media by promoting the name of your brand or business. Tell customers about your goods and services. Find out what customers think of your business. Attract new customers, and probably build a stronger relationships with existing customers. Now, however, uh, the first advantage of using social media is that it has a broad reach. broad reach because social media can reach millions of people all around the world. Now, if I may use this as an example, the Philippines in the recent years is one of the top users of these apps and even in cell phones or mobile phones. Okay. The next one is the ability to target particular groups. Ability to target particular groups in the sense that many forms of social media, such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, allow businesses to target specific groups, often in particular locations. If you know the settings or the steps of how to do it. Okay. Next is that it is free or low cost because many forms of social media right now are free for business and paid options are usually low cost. Okay. The fourth one is that it is personal. Personal in the sense that social media allow you to communicate on a personal basis with individual customers and groups. Okay. And lastly, it is fast and easy. Oh, it is fast and easy. Fast and easy because you can quickly distribute information to many people, and you don't need high level skills or computer equipment to participate in social media. The average person with a standard computer should have no difficulty. However, if we have advantages, we also have disadvantages. Okay, of course, marketing through social media also has its risks. These include uh, wasted time and money. Okay, for little or no tangible return, because many users uh, do not find some businesses good in while they are in social media or while they're using their social media. Okay, so it might waste your money and time. Okay, the second, the proliferation of fake news and information in in the World Wide Web in general. Okay, not only in social media. Okay, it may affect your business because it may maybe someone will write an article or a post regarding incorrect information, or you as a person, since you are not exempted from committing mistakes, may also impact you. Okay, and lastly, legal problems, because if you don't follow privacy legislation and the laws regarding spam, copyright, and others online issues, you might be in trouble. Okay. Now, it is important to be aware of these risks to have strategies in place so that you know how to, when the problem arise, you know how to troubleshoot it. Okay. But as long as you or as long as you don't as long as you don't violate any rules, you don't have no problem. Okay. Now, I've only cited three major social media services that could help you in your business ventures. Okay, because these three social media present in your screen are the widest or has the biggest users around the world. Okay, first, the Facebook. Okay, it is a social networking site that allows you to have conversations with customers, post photos, videos, promote special offers, and many more. Okay. The next is Twitter. It is a microblogging service that allows you to send and receive short messages from customers and potential customers. Okay. And lastly, Instagram. Okay, a social networking site that allows you to store, organize, and share their photo or share your photo and video collections. Hmm? Now, now remember that in with our background on what is a social media, their advantages and disadvantages. Now, how do we utilize these social media platforms to design startup? Now, by following these 12 steps, uh, according to Newberry, uh, this could make or break you as a business venturers because just like in a business plan, you must have a sound idea or sound steps on how to utilize social media to design startup. Now, the first one is to always start with a plan. Now, remember that every good business strategy starts with a good plan. Yes, you can use social tools for free, just like what I've said earlier. But the time and effort involved still represent an investment in your business. Now, without a plan, you have no clear goal for what you're trying to achieve. That means there's no way to know if you're getting a return of investment. Okay. The next one, decide which platforms are right for you. Now, don't make assumptions about where your audience spends their time online. Now, to make sure you're using social media for business effectively, you'll need to conduct some research of your own because there are many studies that young professionals usually use these kinds of social media platforms. On the other side, kids or old ones, yeah, just like that. Okay, this will help you to understand how your specific audience spends their time online. Choosing your platforms doesn't have to be an all or nothing approach, but instead you can use different social channels to reach different audiences or to meet different business goals. Okay. Now, the third one is to know your audience. Now, one reason using social media for business is so effective is that you can micro target your audience. But first, you need to understand who your audience is. Start by compiling data on your current customers. Then, dig deeper on social media analytics because if you have a social Facebook page or Facebook group, there is the Facebook company provides you analytical data for you to compare the present ones and the previous ones. Okay, then you'll soon start to understand who's buying from and interacting with you online. Okay. Now, next, expand your audience. Now that once you have a clear picture of who your audience is, you can now revisit your social media plan. It's time to look for ways to reach more people just like them. Okay, you can also use social media to expand the audience for your local business. Okay, the fifth one is build relationships. The unique benefit of social media marketing from small business is that it allows you to talk directly to customers and followers rather than asking for a sale upfront. Uh, Rather than asking for a sale upfront. Nurturing relationships can help you build a loyal community that will lead to ongoing sales over time. New customer acquisition is great, but don't downplay the value of your loyal customers. Okay. Now, the sixth one is you must pay attention to trends. Okay. It is a good idea to pay attention to trends in social media. so you will understand what people are looking for when they sign into their social channels. Okay, this helps you create appropriate content that resonates over time. Always keep your audience's current needs in mind. What worked last year might not work today. Okay, because change is inevitable. Okay, social listening is a highly valuable information gathering tool, helping you understand what your audience and potential audience might want to hear from your brand or from your goods or service. Okay. The seventh one is sell your stuff with social commerce. Okay. Social media marketing has evolved in recent years to include social commerce. Okay. Or the ability to sell your products directly from your social channels, which means you can now use shopping tools to sell your products and services even without a website. Okay. Nine, you must focus on quality over quantity. Okay. The sheer number of social media marketing options for small business might seem overwhelming, but you don't need to do it all. Okay. It's more important to create quality content on a couple of key channels than it is to have a presence on every single network. Okay, all be sure that your social posts offer value. Okay, if you all do is pitch and sell, there's very little motivation for people to follow you. Remember, social marketing is about building relationships. Okay, be human, be honest, post great content. This is important and you can fake it. Okay. And the 10th one is use the right tools. Okay. The secret of using social media effectively is to take advantage of the tools that automate or simplify much of the work. Okay. There are loads of tools to help boost your productivity. Okay. That means you can start using social media for business without having a full scale social media team. Yeah. 11, use scheduling and automation to free up more time for engagement. Now, once you have that calendar in place, you can create social posts in advance and use scheduling tools to post them automatically at the right time. Okay, this allows you to dedicate one block of time per day or even per week to creating your social content. Okay, it's much more effective than letting social posting take you away from other tasks throughout the day. And lastly, you have to track and refine your performance at the end of the day. Okay, as you implement your social strategy, it's important to keep track of what works and what doesn't. Now, you can then fine tune your efforts and improve results. The analytics tools mentioned above give you a great picture of your social efforts and can help track whichever metrics matter most to you. Okay. Once you have an idea of how your strategy is working, it's time to start looking for ways to improve. No matter the size of your business, social tools can help you better connect with your audience. Okay, reach new potential customers and increase awareness of your brand. If the possibilities seem overwhelming, just start small. Okay? There's no wrong by starting small. Okay. Now, as you find what works, expand your efforts and audience. One of the great advantages of social media for small business is you can use the tools in whatever way makes the most sense for your business and your budget at any given time. Okay. Now, to end this presentation, let me leave you. I think it's a sort of a reminder that when thinking of a business venture, always consider your culture, environment, and the people. Okay, you must consider culture in the sense that your business will become an avenue to promote and preserve your culture and heritage, rather than rather than exploiting it for profit, and it must be grounded on community laws and values. If you are a member of an indigenous groups. Okay. Next, environment in the sense that your business will follow protocols to save or preserve the environment. Yeah, if your finances can support green economy and energy, why not? Okay, and you must incorporate some campaigns to your brands that could help our environment. Okay, and lastly, pro people in the sense that you're establishing your business because you want to make people's life easier, better, and comfortable. Okay, that's the very notion of innovation. Okay, to create new ways, new discoveries, or new solutions to the existing problem, rather than giving underpaid salaries to your workers, exploiting them from morning till night, and giving overpriced products and services to your customers. Okay, yeah. And with that, thank you and keep safe, everyone, because the pandemic is still not it's not yet finished. Okay, thank you and mabuhay.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Joshua. Get applause to Mr. Joshua.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Huh. Maybe you can drink first. Yeah, it will help you.
That was a long one.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Great material, I think. Ya Pak Nur ya. Materi yang bagus. Okay. There's some question. Can we take over to question and ask time? Can we start to Q&A time? Mr.
Yes,
Joshua?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. We have one question. We have three questions in chat column. But Ilham, Ipang jadi mau bertanya langsung?
Jadi Bu Desi, cuman
Oke.
terakhir aja enggak apa-apa.
Oh, sekarang aja enggak apa-apa, Bang.
Jangan Bu, panjang
Oh.
pertanyaannya.
Oh, panjang pertanyaannya. Oke. Ipang will ask you directly, but he wait for a moment.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I'll ask Melia Erba ask you. Hello, sir. Let me ask you. How often should we update our business plan?
You should update your own business plan. I think every year, because every year or it depends on the situation, because we changes in markets or changes in geopolitics or environmental challenges may arise anytime. For example, our situation, the COVID-19 pandemic, we didn't expect that this pandemic.
Okay. I think you lost the signal, Mr. Joshua. Hilang sinyal ya, Pak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To that question.
Okay.
The answer to that question.
Sorry, Mr. Joshua, you lose the signal. The signal.
What?
Yeah, you have an unstable connection.
Yeah.
You have an
Sorry
unstable connection.
for that unstable. But as I was saying, it depends on the situation in updating our business plan, because just like what I've said, change environmental challenges will force you to change or update your business plan, because you must have to adapt to that changes very quick. Okay. There is the part where many restaurants are engaging in food delivery in restaurants, because we are restricted by our governments to go outside, to not so that we cannot acquire the virus, just like that.
Okay. And it is a must to renewable our business plan, I think.
Yeah. It's a must.
Okay. Yeah.
Because if you don't update it, your business will be lagged behind by the other competitors. Yeah.
Oke. Ya. Jadi memang harus diperbarui setiap tahun karena kondisi terus berubah dan supaya kita nggak hilang dengan kompetitor gitu ya. Baik, thank you for your answer, sir, from Melia Erba. Baik, Pak Nur, apakah kita akan translation
Thank
yang
you
tadi?
also for that question.
Mungkin tidak.
Miss Melia Erba.
Ya, Miss Melia Erba. Baik, oke. Maratus K, Mbak Mara, do you want to ask Mr. Joshua directly, or I read your question?
Please read my question, Mom.
Okay, Mara. Okay.
Thank you before.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, from a question from Maratus. Okay, hello, sir. You said that entrepreneur is a market leader. It means that everyone creates something new in the market. So I want to ask you that, is entrepreneur always doing something new in the market, or he or she can develop what the market already has? We can create innovation or creativity.
Yeah.
I think
as entrepreneur, we can do both. Okay, we can offer new ideas to the market, as well as we can develop what is existing on the market, because it is the very notion of innovation, creating new things. By saying new things, it's not always new creative ideas. It could be relying on the old ideas that failed to meet the demands of the society or of the market. For example, if I may cite gadget companies like Samsung, like Apple, and Huawei, or to name a few. They continuously create improvements, new features to their products to meet the demands of the market. Okay, that's my answer to that question.
Okay, so we can make more to create more value from the oldest one.
Yeah.
Or the other one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Marchesua. Okay, I think I skipped one question from Hesti Yulia. Hesti Yulia asks you, what's your opinion about academic entrepreneur or social entrepreneur?
What do you mean by academic entrepreneur? I'm sorry, because I'm that the concept itself is new to me.
Okay, maybe Mr. Arko can explain more about academic entrepreneur. I think it's an entrepreneur that in academic fields, but Mr. Arko will talk you more. Okay, Mr. Arko.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Desi. Academic entrepreneur is entrepreneur who join, who develop some kind of academic that he or she can develop this to get some advantage for him or his. That's academic entrepreneur.
Okay. So
Maybe Mr.
Joshua, Mr. Joshua.
If
Mr. Nur can
I
translate in English, Mr. Nur. I trade in Indonesian, Mr. Nur maybe translate in English. Oke. Jadi kalau academic entrepreneur itu seseorang yang menjalankan sebuah entrepreneur, tapi di bidang akademik seperti orang kalau di Indonesia seperti ruang guru semacam itu.
Okay. In Indonesia, we have an application called Ruang Guru, a room for teaching. A room for teaching. That's an innovation in education platform that we make an interactive. We made an interactive atmosphere in Ruang Guru to teach about the subjects to the students. What do you think about that academic entrepreneurs?
what I think about that academic entrepreneur is, I think it's a good thing for the market or for the society itself, because we are giving the academe to put their contributions to the nation building or to economic development. Okay, we do not see at this time, we do not see academic institutions as a mere academic institutions in teaching in four corners of the classroom. But now we also academic institutions also assert their selves in innovating things around the world, around societies. Okay, for example, the one that Mr. Arco mentioned. Okay, also here in my mother university, where we utilize the use of research to help poor communities, for them to elevate their status or the life of the people on a particular areas where we can see that where we can see that people there are poor or lacks opportunities, ganun.
Okay. Pak Argo, ada yang ini ditanyakan?
I think it's enough.
Okay. So it's okay to create an entrepreneurship in education field.
Yeah.
I think.
For me, that's my opinion. But I don't think with the other educators if they would agree to my position.
Okay, that's
yeah.
Okay, thank you for your opinion, Joshua. Mr. Joshua. Okay, Primela asked you a question. Okay, Hesti, thank you for the question, and with Argo. Okay, Primela Mutiarastani. Hello, sir. If you do an entrepreneurship, is okay. Okay, I think entrepreneur. Okay. Hello, sir. If we do an entrepreneurship, it's not going to well. Sometimes people just stop or leave it the entrepreneurship. So how do we make a long-term commitment to do an entrepreneurship?
Um, uh, for me, I think you as an individual who wants to venture in business must have that drive to continue, must that have that energy to push through, even though even though sometimes you get lazy, or you get to thinking, you get to what's what they call this, you get to you lack motivation, like that. Second, I think if the finances, if the problem is in terms of financial aspect, I think the government must support young entrepreneurs in pursuing entrepreneurship, because in the long run, these young entrepreneurs will help the economy, will help local economies grow. And if I may take Miss did the founder of the hijab hijab company or business. Yeah, that's another way of looking at this dilemma, that long-term commitment. And also, I think we as educators should push them or give them advices on how to enjoy things while pursuing entrepreneurship. Yeah.
Okay. So the question will be how to keep the tenacity, I think, yeah. How
Yeah.
to just
It's
tenacity.
yes, like that.
Yeah, because sometimes we feel hopeless if we can make our
Yes.
target. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Yeah.
And if I may add, I think nakalimutan ko. Wait,
Okay.
I forgot. If I may add, I think to avoid this dilemma of leaving or stopping the your or your stopping in pursuing the entrepreneurship, I think you must select your interest. Okay, because your interest will give you that drive to continue even though it's hard. Yeah. That.
Berarti pilih sesuatu yang menarik minat kita ketika kita mau entrepreneur, dan ya terus keep going ya, keep going terus bertahan di sana.
Yeah.
Oke, thank you for Primela. Masih ada lagi kah? Oke, Miss Farika, would you ask to Mr. Joshua? Miss Farika? Okay. Yeah, Miss Farika.
Okay.
Please.
Okay, nice to meet you, Mr. Mark Joshua.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, this an honorable that I can ask or just sharing, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
We are just sharing about entrepreneurship, especially with that how we mancing apa namanya?
No, it's okay.
How we motivate our students that they can be an entrepreneurship since in the college. Maybe you can share with us about the condition of your students there. Thanks.
Okay. For sharing since I'm a young educator, I think I'm still I think it has been 1.5 year of teaching here in Dimisu. I think the businesses or the I think my students business plans, okay, uh, if they did well in creating their business plan, I think it will manifest on real life if they would they want to really pursue entrepreneurship in the near future, because uh, many the brightest minds in this world are basically located or basically uh, we can see these creative ideas to the young ones. So I think uh, in my case, as a teacher in entrepreneurial mind, what I did is that I let them choose what they wanted to pursue in venturing businesses, because these students have already experiences when it comes to marketing their products, because some of them are selling ukay-ukay. If you know, ukay-ukay is a term used in selling used clothes or second-hand clothes from in the market or in the internet.
Yeah,
Okay.
pre-love.
Then pre-love items.
Pre-love
And
items,
these experiences, I think will help that particular students pursue more on that interest part. And if she incorporate that in his or in her business plan, I think it will be successful enough to uh, to stabilize its market or stabilize her business. Yeah, that's
that's what happened to DMMSU. Yeah, I think. Okay, Mr. Farika.
Yes.
Miss
Thank you
Farika.
for the sharing,
Yeah.
Mr. Mark Joshua.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Ya, oke, Pak Nur, sepertinya tetap ada request ini untuk make it clearly for the students. Ya,
Oh, iya, Bu.
bagaimana kalau ada translate-nya atau penjelasannya sedikit in
Ya,
bahasa?
enggak apa-apa, Bu.
Ya, ya. Mau Pak Nur atau akan
Moderatornya saja sekali.
Oh, moderatornya aja sekalian.
Enggak double-double.
Baiklah. Baik, teman-teman. Sorry, Mr. Joshua, I'll translate it in bahasa for our students first. About your subject.
Ya.
Oke, teman-teman, tadi kita sudah mengikuti paparan dari Mr. Joshua, gitu ya, dari Mr. Joshua tentang entrepreneurship, dan ada beberapa hal yang bisa kita catatkan di sini, bahwa untuk entrepreneur itu tidak dilahirkan, ya, tidak dilahirkan, tapi ini kita harus melakukan, kita harus menciptakan entrepreneur ini. Dan untuk memiliki entrepreneurial mindset, ya, untuk memiliki cara berpikir entrepreneur, maka kita harus memiliki sikap dan kebiasaan yang positif itu dulu, ya, positive attitude, positif daily routines, ya, seperti kita tadi gambarnya adalah bagaimana pola makan kita, diet kita bagaimana kesehatan kita, bagaimana kita dalam kehidupan sehari-hari. Kita bangun dulu kebiasaan-kebiasaan yang positif. Selanjutnya kita juga perlu untuk mengembangkan cara berpikir yang kreatif. Jadi nggak cuma gitu-gitu aja. Satu hal ketika kita tahu di luar sana ada hal yang sama, tapi dia nggak ketemu dengan permintaan yang pas atau nggak ketemu dengan pasar yang bisa menjual, maka kita bisa berpikir kreatif apa yang bisa saya lakukan selanjutnya dengan sesuatu yang sudah ada ini. Nah, yang ketiga ini untuk memiliki cara berpikir entrepreneur yang sudah teman-teman kuasai. Ya, teman-teman udah punya modal semuanya ya, yaitu kita punya komunikasi yang persuasif. Ya, komunikasi benar sih, cuman untuk tujuannya untuk menyampaikan informasi. Nah, tapi informasi ini juga kita buat yang persuasif, yang membujuk, yang meyakinkan seolah-olah, oh ya, seolah-olah saya membutuhkan ini, saya menginginkannya. Itu adalah komunikasi yang persuasif. Nah, tips keempat dari Mr. Joshua tadi adalah bangun keinginan dari dalam diri. Tadi tipsnya adalah looking for your interested area, ya, interesting area. Jadi kita cari sesuatu yang memang akan menggerakkan kita. Jadi kita melakukan entrepreneurship ini memang dari dalam diri kita. Dan juga develop tenacity and ability to learn from failure. Bangun gagal, ya ketika gagal berarti ada sesuatu yang nggak pas yang kita lakukan, ya never stop, ya nggak berhenti, tapi kemudian kita coba lagi. Nah, kemudian yang perlu kita ingat lagi bahwa ternyata entrepreneur ini berbeda dengan businessman. Ya, kalau businessman murni profit oriented, tapi di sini kalau kita entrepreneur kita punya kita punya keinginan juga untuk bermanfaat bagi society, bagi masyarakat. Ada nilai kebaruan, kemudian juga tadi saya jadi membuat take a note sebentar. Ada kebaruan dan juga tadi still let me go. Nah nanti di sini ada kebaruan, ada revolutionary dan juga orientasinya pada personalnya. Ya, jadi kita start a business from a unique and innovative idea. Dan juga seorang entrepreneur ini dia akan berani untuk mengambil risiko, risk taker, not avoid the risk. Nah kemudian yang perlu kita lakukan ketika kita mulai untuk entrepreneur, kita memutuskan, oke, saya akan memulai nih. Maka yang perlu kita buat adalah bisnis plan-nya. Kita perlu untuk menyiapkan bisnis plan. Karena kebanyakan adalah prinsip kita adalah yang penting jalan. Iya, yang penting jalan, tapi kita juga perlu make a note, membuat suatu catatan. Fungsinya untuk apa? Untuk reminder kita untuk mengarahkan apa yang harus kita capai di sana. Nah di business plan nanti teman-teman kita bisa mengisikan executive summary atau ringkasan sebenarnya bisnis kita mau apa missionnya, apa visionnya juga, misinya apa kita, visinya apa, kemudian market kita siapa. Marketnya adalah remaja usia berapa nih? Usia 17 sampai 20 misalnya. Marketnya itu targetnya. Marketnya misalnya kita mau di usaha baju, mungkin kayak clothing gitu ya, kayak teman-teman di lab itu kan sudah di clothing gitu. Targetnya untuk ABG. Maka kita akan mengetahui juga, kita akan melihat ketertarikan mereka, minat mereka saat ini ada di mana para ABG ini. Ya. Nah, kemudian kita akan menuliskan juga di sana bagaimana operasional strategi yang akan kita buat. Nah, selanjutnya kalau kita sudah punya executive summary, ringkasannya, ya ringkasan tentang apa yang mau kita lakukan, kita akan membuat company description. Perusahaan kita, usaha kita. Nah, usaha kita ini siapa aja? Misalnya kalau yang usaha yang sudah ada di LabBK, mungkin ya saya ambilnya untuk contoh itu. Pemilik usahanya siapa? Misalnya Mas Lili, Mas Miftah, Mas Alan gitu. Nah, company ini sifatnya seperti apa? Sharing profit, kemudian sharing idea and etc. Itu harus jelas dulu. Nah, kenapa company description ini jelas? Karena nanti akan bicara tentang kepercayaan dari masyarakat. Nah, selanjutnya yang perlu kita siapkan di dalam business plan adalah product or service. Kita mau menyajikan apa? Servisnya bagaimana? Ini yang akan kita pilih. Nah, selanjutnya kita akan melakukan analisis industri, bagaimana produksinya. Nah, yang terpenting juga adalah marketing plan-nya seperti apa. Rencananya kita akan memasarkan produk kita, jasa kita itu lewat mana dan bagaimana caranya, itu harus sudah tertuliskan di sana. Dan yang tentunya yang tidak tertinggal adalah operational plan-nya seperti apa. Nah, salah satu link yang akan kita gunakan untuk marketing adalah sosial media. Oke, sosial media ada banyak sekali sekarang. Bahkan yang baru tumbuh pun juga sudah merebut hati untuk pemasaran ya, untuk marketing. 3 yang terbesar Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Ya, para pemain lama sudah banyak menggunakan ini. In Indonesia, we have TikTok. Yeah, for the new platform that used to market, to sell something, to service something by TikTok. Yeah.
It's also a thing here in the Philippines that TikTok. Yeah.
Okay, in Philippines they use TikTok too.
Yeah. But we usually use it as a platform for entertainment and not for business ventures.
Okay.
Yeah.
In Indonesia, they create a business strategy in TikTok. So they wear new clothes, and it have a note how to get the clothes. Yeah.
It's a good thing that the youth or the people are maximizing these available platforms for online businesses, because given our situation in COVID-19 pandemic, that's more advantageous than the traditional ways of selling goods.
Yeah, I think that's a good movement in marketing. Yeah. Okay. I'll continue how to use social media to design the startup. Okay. Pertama, teman-teman yang bisa teman-teman lakukan adalah start with a plan. Ya, rencanakan apa yang mau kita lakukan dengan media sosial kita. Apakah kita mau mempromosikannya itu seperti apa, menggunakan apa, kemudian juga kapan, itu juga perlu ada di pertimbangan-pertimbangan. Nah, lalu kita tentukan medsosnya, choose the platform. When our target is an elder people or maybe at 40 years old, you can use Facebook. But if your target is a young teenager, you can use TikTok, you can use Instagram, I think. Yeah. But if your target in the middle of 20, I think Twitter is more familiar for them. Yeah. Twitter akan lebih familiar juga. Maka tergantung target kita ada di mana, market kita ada di mana. And then know your audience. Ya, kenali audience kita siapa, yang akan kita tawarkan ini siapa, yang akan menjadi target kita. Lalu expand your audience, kita luaskan cakupan kita. Kalau tadinya kayak target saya adalah mahasiswa UGRIS. Our target is student of UGRIS. Okay, can we expand our target to the teenagers, maybe in Semarang, and after that in Jawa Tengah, international, we can expand our audience. Kemudian yang selanjutnya teman-teman, build relationship. Ya, jadi mengapa di media sosial itu juga ada admin gitu ya? We use admin in media sosial itu build relationship, dan relationship ini hubungan baik dengan customer ya, dengan market ini akan menjadi nilai jual yang lebih. Ketika mereka enjoy dengan pendekatan kita, cara kerja kita gitu ya, cara kita menawarkan, cara kita mempersuasi, maka mereka akan lebih cepat untuk mendatangi kita. Atau mungkin pakai acaranya siapa itu, Iko-Ikoyan ya, teman-teman bisa use that. You can use Iko-Ikoyan ya to marketing. Yeah. And then you can pay attention to trends ya. Kita ikuti trends yang ada di sekitar kita. Kemarin trennya itu kan sempat yang mungkin Nia Ramadhani nggak bisa buka salak gitu ya. Itu sempat menjadi tren ya. Nia Ramadhani can open what is salak Pak Nur in bahasa. Ya, saya lupa apa namanya itu. Nggak bisa membuka salak. Maka banyak teman-teman yang kemudian menggunakan medsos ini acting like Nia Ramadhani, who can open the Yeah,
fruit.
it's the
Snake.
snack fruit. Yeah, you can open the snack fruit. Ya, kita lihat trennya. We look trend ya di masyarakat kita. Lalu fokus on quality over quantity, track and refine your performance. Kita terus perbaiki performance kita. Nah, kemudian tadi seberapa penting kita untuk mengupdate bisnis plan kita. Tentunya kondisi kita terus berubah, COVID-19 ini juga merubah segala sesuatu. Perlu ada perbaikan-perbaikan di dalam bisnis plan kita, dan ini sebaiknya terjadwal supaya kita bisa memantau kondisi bisnis kita saat ini. Oke, saya rasa itu untuk resumenya yang dari saya. Semoga teman-teman BK ya yang speak in bahasa bisa untuk lebih memahami di sini. Oke, maaf kalau kurang-kurangnya nanti boleh dilengkapi deh ya teman-teman. Pak Nur boleh menambahkan, Pak Nur. Kalau resume saya nggak
sudah sangat komprehensif.
Oke.
Ini Ilham ini mau tanya nih nakanya.
Oke, Mr. Joshua, Ilham want to ask you a question. Okay. Can we start? Okay, Ilham.
Okay.
And yours.
Opportunities. Here's Desi.
Yeah.
Magandang hapon, Mr.
Yeah.
Joshua, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
Before I ask you some question, let me introduce myself first. My name is Ipang. My true name is Ilham Panglima, but my nickname is Ipang.
Yes.
So, thanks for the magnificent presentation, sir. I would ask you something. The status quo in Indonesia, especially in pandemic, there is many entrepreneur who going success and fell down. In other words, bankrupt.
Yeah.
When the entrepreneur becomes success, they must have a company. But the problem is when the pandemics come, incidentally, the employees doesn't want to know about that situations. In other words, they need a payment and ATC, as we know. What I want to ask you, how can we manage them? What should we do as an entrepreneur to make our company survive and let's say our employee doesn't have to be quit in our company? That's all. By the way, once I have a friend in MMSU Philippines, names is Johannes Nicolas Valdez and Kathleen Gantala. Maybe you know them.
I don't know them because I'm still a new faculty here at DIMSU. To your question, I think if it is a small business or a small entrepreneurship or a small industry, I think to help them survive, I think the community where the industry is located must build on or must build a cooperative. I think to finance or to help one another in troubleshooting the problem. For example, in our context today, the COVID-19, many small businesses have been forced to bankruptcies. Also here in the Philippines, because they don't know how to, they don't know when will be the situation will be normalized again. I think we need to build a strong cooperative system where we can share to one another the resources that we have instead of cutting or filing for bankruptcy. And I think another solution with that is the support of the government, even local government. To me, that's very crucial in 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 allowing these small businesses survive despite the pandemic. Another thing is that local banks or big banks should provide loans to these small entrepreneurs. Okay, but with low interest. Okay, that's the saddest thing here. That even though they are willing to lend money to these small entrepreneurs, they still think for profit. Okay, and we're not on the position to blame them because they need to survive also. But what I'm saying is that I think there should be a little sympathy to these small business owners, because if we do help them survive this pandemic or the challenges that they are facing, I think in the near future they will also soon help those those in need. Okay, that will be a domino effect for everyone. If government is serious in alleviating the economic status of every people in their every citizens in their country, and also the private corporations or private banks, if they are serious in helping small entrepreneurs in in order to survive, I think there's a way that they could meet halfway. That it will be a win-win situation for them. That for the small entrepreneurs could survive, and these small banks or these banks will gain profit as well. Yeah. That's my response to that question.
Okay. Once, can I give a feedback?
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
say,
yeah.
right.
No problem.
In here in Indonesia, we know that the government doesn't have a solutions to the small business like you say, or
Yeah.
the bank doesn't want to give a loan, or
Yeah.
they give but it's not enough. All right. What do you suggest? What do you say about it?
Ipang, how about UMKM? Ipang,
Yeah.
how about UMKM donation? We have UMKM.
We know that Indonesian government have let's say a bad decisions to this PPKM and any other decision.
Yeah.
And the bank it doesn't cover everything that we need. So what do you say about it? This is a real in Indonesia. I mean, the status quo in here is just like that. Or
PPKM means
I think I'm somehow familiar with the situation in Indonesia, because as history major, when I'm still a student, we usually take Indonesia as one of the case studies in our in studying history. Now, I think the solution, because I think based on the literatures and articles that I've read, the the commerce and industries have been let us say congested into one island. If I'm not mistaken, it's in Java. I think the solution there is that we should encourage entrepreneurs from that island to move away from the center. Okay, move away from the center. Uh, put up business. Put up their business to areas where uh, life is somehow is still good for them to have for them to gain profit also. Yeah. there. And when it comes to the response of the government, I think the solution there is, frankly, is to change change who is sitting in the government. Same with here in the Philippines. The government, the current administration, have been making bad decisions in economic transitions during the new normal. There are contests with our resources, especially in the West Philippine Sea. So I think if the government, if our problem is the government, I think we need to change them, because election is one of our tools to really receive a more excellent service than what we are experiencing right now. Yeah.
Okay, so you say that we just move our asset to another areas.
Yeah. I think that will be beneficial for all, since however, I don't know if the resources also is congested to one island, but I think the islands in Indonesia in are very rich in resources. So yeah, so I think one way to solve the problem of that of not of small entrepreneur is that they big entrepreneurs must move out, or another way is to merge them. Okay, because ideas from one ideas from one entrepreneur and to one entrepreneur, if combined, is more effective. It's more effective, and it's it's more likely to survive, or their business will survive. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for your answer.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that question.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's very challenging, given that
Yeah. The
given that
condition.
given that the question is not only attacking the economic aspect, but also the political one, or the
Yeah,
political
of course.
climate of the.
Entrepreneur
Yeah.
have a connection with the government.
Yeah.
The political, yeah. Okay.
At least the president
Ipang,
of
would you
Duterte
share
have
about?
Sorry,
Yes.
Okay.
pardon?
Okay. Ipang, would you share? Yeah. Would you share your experiences to start a business while you in a college? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Ipang has a business since he was an student. Maybe Ipang, you can share your experiences to us.
Before I say I share my experience about business. First at all, I want to say your president, Mr. Duterte, better than ours.
No, we can. We're not comparing.
No, I mean it. Yeah. They have a pulse to lock down this country for a moment, and then they can recover the economy as soon as possible. It's completely different in here, I guess. All right, back to the topic about the business. Yes, I do have a business. When I was a student in this university, I have two business, maybe. Yeah, two. I have two. First, a milk, fresh milk. I sold the milk, but I'm not a farmer, of course. I just sold the product. And then I also have a travel agent. But as you know, start March 2020, my business is going to bankruptcy. Yeah, it's hard to survive, sir, in this situation, of course. I
Yes.
mean, the government push the people to survive just with the hard tones, not with the first aid. I mean, they just give a bad policy and a bad decision who make the situation is more complicated, I guess. All right. That's all, Mrs. Stacy, I guess.
Yeah. Wait. I think I have another answer to your question a while ago. I think uh, for small entrepreneurs to survive this pandemic, I think civil society should be proactive also in supporting these small entrepreneurs, because civil societies have that resources, that power to uh, uh, to help that surviving business of for example, you, Mr.
Ipang.
Ipang. Yeah. I think that's another, I think, a good idea rather than my previous answer to you. Yeah.
Okay, Ipang.
Thank you.
Keep
Quite
survive, Ipang.
challenging.
Yeah. Keep survive, Ipang. Yeah.
Of course, I am.
Look an opportunity in every difficulties. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah. We can blame our the condition, but we can make a change. Yeah, we can make a change. Use the opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Or rather, we can adapt to that to our situation, to go to create more ideas that can help change the landscape of business opportunities in Indonesia. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sharing more to the people, the others people, that we can get an inspiration.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Ipang, for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, and for your question. That's a great question. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Do we have another question more from in the chat column? Okay. I think there's no other question. Okay. Okay. Mr. Joshua, you have a great presentation and you have
Yes.
great material. Thank you
Yes.
for sharing
Thank you
with us.
for the active participants who asked their questions and challenge my ideas about entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
I think it's a win-win situation that you learn from me and I also learn from you. Given that we have a different context to view. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Perhaps for the next, we can share the experience to do entrepreneurship. We need your
Yes.
feedback, and maybe we can make a make a relationship to the entrepreneur.
Yes.
Maybe we can start in academic entrepreneurship, like Mr. Argo said.
Yeah, I think that will start on the higher ups to discuss.
Yeah.
And then us will follow.
Oke, ya baik. Pak Nur, apakah ada yang akan disampaikan? Mungkin akan membantu untuk ini.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mr. Joshua, thank you very much for the great presentations. I think we have learned much from your presentation, and it was of a good benefit for our students. I think it would really motivate many of our students to think about being entrepreneurship. And for your informations, in any department at UGRIS, entrepreneurship is inserted in the curriculum. So it's not only, let's say, in economic faculty, but also in Faculty of Education and some other, almost in all departments we have here in our university. Entrepreneurship is one of the subject introduced to the students for 1 or 2 semesters. Ya, Bu Desi, 1 atau 2 semester ya kalau nggak salah ya.
1 semester.
1 semester, yeah. Some in 1 semester, some other more than 1 semester. And again, thank you very much. It's been another collaborations between DIMSU and UPRIS. We stopped our collaborations for nearly one and a half year due to the outbreak of the pandemic, but we're very happy that with Dr. Rafael in office, we started communications and we have planned further collaborations. Yeah. And Pak Joshua, there have been many of us who remind me of asking you for the soft copy of the of your presentation.
Yes, sir. I will provide the soft copy. I'll just give it to Sir Harata, then he will be the one sending it to you, Sir.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yes,
I have been to DIMSU I have been to DIMSU 3 times. Yeah, bringing English education department students and mathematics education department students. Yeah, so it happened that I have not been able to meet you at that time. No, I'm meeting you here.
Yeah, sir. Actually, I'm a new faculty here in DIMSU, so I think this opportunity that you have given to me is a huge boost to my confidence and to my skills as well as an educator.
Yeah.
You do it great.
Yeah, it's also an inspiration. Good to learn for our colleague here. And then we have Pak Setiawan and Pak Argo, who are in some way expert in the field. And then DIMSU would probably, if possible, could invite also them to have to exchange exchange presentations for another collaboration. Ya, Pak Argo ya, Pak Setiawan, Pak Argo, Bu Parmi nanti siap-siap gantian diundang oleh DIMSU. Ya, Bu Desi. Yeah, I think that's all from me. Thank you very much, Mr. Joshua. Glad to see you here, and then we're looking forward to having another collaboration.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Joshua sent his Instagram. Yeah, it says his Instagram.
That's my username. Username.
Markito.
Yes.
Markito. Okay, I'll capture it first. Okay. Well, guys, we come into the end. Alhamdulillah. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining our training today. Thank you, Mr. Joshua, Mr. Nur Hidayat. And then in the room we have our lecturer, Miss Farika, Miss Patmidia, Wiwi Ikusdaryani. Thank you for joining us. Mrs. Ari Handayani, Mrs. Setiawan, Mr. Heri Saptadi, and we have Bu Retna, Ibu Siti Fitriana, and then Bapak Rahastono Aji, Ibu Dini Rahmawati, Ibu M.A. Primaningrum. Thank you for joining us, and also for the student and the alumni. Okay, we'll meet in our next session. Thank you for all. Have a nice day, and I give it to Mrs. Patnidia. Thank you.
Thank you. Keep safe.
Yeah, keep safe. Stay
keep
healthy.
safe, everyone. Stay healthy.
Yeah, okay, safe and stay healthy. Okay, Bu Yuli, monggo.
Okay, thank you. Okay, please giving applause to Mr. Mark and Ibu Desi. Okay. Oh, great presentation. Okay. All the participants, thank you very much for your time and your attention. We hope all the knowledge that we have learned together from Mr. Mark Joshua can give some benefit for us. Thank you, Mark, spending your time with us today.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you, ma'am.
yeah. We hope you always healthy and can collaborate again with us in the future.
Yes, ma'am.
And
I'm looking forward to that.
okay, okay. Okay, I am Yuli as the moderator of this workshop. Would like to thank you and apologize if there are attitude and words that are not pleasing. May this workshop is beneficial for all of us. And once again, thank you and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.
Thank you,
Waalaikumsalam
thank you.
Thank you,
warahmatullahi
Mr.
wabarakatuh.
Joshua.
Thank you, everyone,
Mr.
for
you.
listening.
Yeah.
Maraming salamat. Maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat.
Walang anuman.
Oh, okay. We have to learn the Filipino.
Yes, I also want to learn bahasa.
Bahasa.
Yeah. So that there will be a good interaction on our next collaboration.
Okay,
Okay, thank you very much.
We learn about it. Okay. Bu Yuli, mungkin teman-teman bisa untuk close. Sudah boleh leaving.
Silahkan, ya.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, see you Joshua, Mr. Joshua.
Thank you.
Okay.
Terima
Have a nice
kasih,
day. Okay.
Pak No. Terima
Ya,
kasih, Bu
sama-sama,
Desi,
Bu.
Bapak
Oke.
Ibu semua, dan teman-teman partisipan. Oke, terima kasih.
Okay, izin pamit. Okay, see you. See you when I see you.